All right, if you live in an older Toronto home, I bet you know exactly what I'm talking about. That awful scraping sound of a door that sticks in the summer and then gets all drafty in the winter. It's one of those small frustrations that can just drive you nuts. But what's really going on with that door?
You've probably asked yourself this question like 100 times while you're jiggling the handle or giving it that extra shove. You've checked the hinges, you've stared at the door itself, and you just can't figure it out. What is actually going on here?
So you're looking at it, and your first thought is, it's got to be the door itself, right? It must be warped from age, or maybe the hinges are just shot. I mean, it's the most logical explanation. Or is it?
But, and here's the crazy part, in most cases, especially in these older Toronto homes, it's not the door. The real culprit is actually hiding in plain sight, and believe me, it's a lot bigger than just a simple piece of wood.
Yep, you heard that right. The problem isn't the door at all. It's the frame, the whole thing surrounding it. Over time, the entire structure that holds the door has slowly, almost without you noticing, shifted out of place.
So on one hand, we assume, oh, the door is warped or the hinges are failing. But the reality? It's that your whole house has been settling for decades, and that movement has pushed the entire door frame out of whack. So you're not fighting the door, you're actually fighting the frame.
Okay, so if the frame is the thing that's shifting, the big question is, why? I mean, your house isn't falling apart or anything, it's just aging. And it turns out there are these three main forces at play, and they're especially powerful in a climate like ours here in Toronto.
And this really gets to the heart of the matter. See, wood is a living material. It reacts to temperature and moisture. It's not just a dead piece of lumber in your wall, it's constantly reacting, and that has some huge consequences for things like your door frames.
So what are these three forces? Well, first up, you've got seasonal movement. Think about Toronto's humid summers. The wood in your walls literally swells up. Then, in our super dry winters, it shrinks back down. That's one. Second, your foundation has been settling for, decades. Even a tiny shift, just a few millimeters, can throw a whole door frame out of square. And finally, you've got moisture damage. Humidity from the basement can actually creep up into the framing, causing it to swell and warp. So you've got these three things constantly working on your house.
So, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, a sticky door. It's annoying, sure, but is it really a big deal? Well, that little annoyance, it's actually a warning sign. It's kind of like the first symptom of a problem that can, and let's be honest, usually does, get worse over time.
Yeah, check out this quote. It really reframes the whole thing. A shifting door frame isn't just annoying, it's a sign your home structure is trying to tell you something. That's powerful, right? That scraping sound isn't just noise, it's your house trying to talk to you. It's saying, hey, there's pressure and movement behind these walls that you should probably pay attention to.
And here's the tough part, right? Just ignoring it will not make it go away. It's not one of those things. Once a frame has shifted, it creates this new point of stress. The forces that caused it in the first place, they don't just magically disappear. They just keep pushing on that now misaligned structure.
And this is where you get this crazy domino effect. So first, the gaps around the door get bigger. You start feeling drafts and your energy bills go up. Then, all that pressure from the shifted frame starts to cause cracks in the drywall around it. The hinges, they loosen up under all that new strain. And eventually, and this is a big one, the lock and the strike plate just don't line up anymore, making it a real pain to even lock your door and secure your home.
Okay, so we've established that this is a bit more serious than just an annoying door. But the good news is, there's absolutely a right way to fix it. And the key is to stop focusing on the door and start focusing on the frame.
A lot of us are tempted to take the shortcut. We think, I'll just shave a little bit off the door, force it to fit. But honestly, that's just putting a Band-Aid on the problem. It just masks the real issue. A professional repair, on the other hand, doesn't even touch the door. It goes straight to the root cause. It re-squares the frame, which gives you a real long-term solution that actually lasts.
So what does a professional repair actually look like? Well, first, they do an assessment to figure out why the frame moved in the first place. Is it humidity? Is it the foundation settling or something else? Then, they use proper carpentry techniques to carefully re-square the frame. That might mean adjusting shims or reinforcing the structure. And finally, of course, they test it to make sure that door just glides shut perfectly with no jamming.
And that's really the whole goal, isn't it? To have a door that closes with that satisfying, quiet click. No more shoving, no more scraping, no more wondering if it's going to work this winter. Just a door that, does its job.
So the next time you're wrestling with that sticky door, I want you to just pause for a second and think about this.
Is it just a minor, everyday annoyance? Or is it a message from your home? A little signal about the larger structure that's been quietly shifting year after year? It's definitely something to think about, for sure.